Today we're going to look at how deliberately choosing to shift our perception can help improve our mental health.
Have you ever had a dream, Neo, that you were so sure was real? What if you were unable to wake from that dream? How would you know the difference between the dream world and the real world?
This skill is correlated with better emotional regulation, improved focus and productivity, as well as improved physical health. And I do not feel like I'm exaggerating when I say that those that understand and practice the principle I'll be explaining in the next couple minutes are unlocking a type of latent superpower.
You have to let it all go, Neo. Fear, doubt, and disbelief. Free your mind.
Unnoticed and unexamined thoughts have great power over us. Our brains are thought-creating machines, and this is wonderful, except sometimes the thoughts, images, and the resulting stories we tell ourselves are untrue and unhelpful. And when we aren't aware of our thoughts, then we go naturally into acting accordingly with the thoughts and stories our mind brings up, whether they're true or not. We get lost in them, unknowingly controlled by unhelpful images, feelings, and thoughts. They carry us off to places we don't want to go. In this way, thoughts can be like little automatic programs, dictating, telling us to do this and that. And in the state of unawareness, we just go with it. We just accept the reality our mind is generating for us.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
The Matrix.
Do you want to know what it is? The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
What truth?
That you are a slave, Neo. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind.
In the movie The Matrix is explained as a computer simulation projected into the mind to keep humanity docile so computers can, in essence, siphon off electrical energy generated by our bodies. Because the simulation is so real, it is unnoticed, unquestioned, and therefore unresisted. Humanity then lives in an inert kind of dreamlike state. Although the movie can be interpreted in many different ways, from a therapy standpoint, I can't help but think that our regular states of unawareness, autopilot, mindlessness, and resulting reflexive behavior is our matrix. And it has power over us while we're in that state.
No. I don't believe it. It's not possible.
I didn't say it would be easy, Neo. I just said it would be the truth.
Stop.
All of us have had the experience where we come to, realizing that we have been somewhere else, daydreaming, lost in an emotion or series of automatic thoughts. And the problem is, while we are there in our matrix, we aren't actively choosing.
Were you listening to me, Neo? Or were you looking at the woman in the red dress?
I was...
Look again. Freeze it.
We're reacting reflexively at the mercy of old patterns. Now, what if I told you there is a way to combat this? A way to gain more power over our unhelpful thoughts? This power in each of us is what many call mindfulness, and it can help us not be swept away by the thoughts that come up automatically in our mind. Let me give a couple seconds to Dan Harris, author of 10% Happier and self-proclaimed mindfulness evangelist, and some cute cartoon animals to explain this idea.
You may have heard this word mindfulness. It's become something of a buzz phrase of late. I'm going to give you one simple, serviceable definition, which is this. Mindfulness is the ability to know what's happening in your head at any given moment without getting carried away by it. Imagine how useful this could be. Just as an example, you're driving down the road and somebody cuts you off in traffic. How do you normally react? I think most of us, we normally react by having a thought, which is, I'm pissed. And then what happens next? You immediately, habitually, reflexively inhabit that thought. You actually become pissed. There's no buffer between the stimulus and your reaction. With just a little bit of mindfulness, in that same situation, you might notice my chest is buzzing, my ears are turning red, I'm having a starburst of self-righteous thoughts, I'm getting angry. But you don't necessarily have to act on it and chase that person down the road, screaming at them with your kids in the back of the car thinking you've gone nuts.
In The Matrix, Neo is offered a now iconic choice to stay in the state he is in or shift his consciousness and awareness. So at its very basic, mindfulness is about accepting the invitation to start noticing the present moment. It is a deliberate exercising of our agency to purposely shift our awareness out of that automatic pilot state.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
That is the red pill. That is the essence of mindfulness, to activate our inner observer while not attaching to the thought or feeling. And each time we do this, we become mentally stronger. Just as Neo was lost in the Matrix until he was given the tools to shift his own awareness, we too are lost in our thoughts and emotions until we wake up to them, until we start mindfully noticing them. And as we do, we begin to have power over them. It's like waking up from being in a dream. In the movie The Matrix, the effect of Neo's shifted awareness results in giving him superpowers. Knowing that he isn't subject to all the things he thought he was, when he realizes he doesn't have to take his immediate experience for granted, that there are other possibilities besides what his mind immediately presents to him, well, this results in abilities he couldn't access before. And the same is true for us. When we start to notice thoughts and hold them at a distance mentally, we realize they have no power in and of themselves.
He is the one.
Practicing mindfulness helps us create a space, a little gap of extra freedom from which to choose not to be swept away by our thoughts and emotions. And that really is a superpower. One way to develop the skill of mindfulness is to use the vehicle of meditation. If you want to learn a little more about the basic principles of meditation, I put some links in the notes section of this video for you to learn more. And here's a video that specifically teaches about being mindful about our breath, a great starting place for practicing mindfulness. Or if you'd like to watch additional videos in the Play Therapy series, you can click here to find other topics that can help you break free from your matrix of unawareness.